And we're live. Good evening, everyone. This is Ben Francia again. Thank you so much for spending this night, your prime time with me. Kasi this is our first, no, this is our second rather. This is our second Q&A session. Hanggang ngayon, di pa rin natin alam anong title nitong weekly jam session na to. But I'm here again and I'm online again to answer your questions about digital marketing. For the past 2 weeks, I've been very busy doing webinars. Some of those webinars I personally produce. The others I've been invited. I've also been joining other online streaming events as a guest. I've been interviewed in these events, and syempre nakakapagod din, pero one thing about those events, masyadong formal, and kaya sabi ko I'm really looking forward to this weekly live session, kasi this session, since we started it very informal last week, sabi ko tuloy na natin, sinimulan na natin ganun. So let's make this this live webcast Q&A as informal as we can. Kaya we're streaming music in the background, nothing formal, even what I'm wearing. Gusto ko nga mag-pop open ng beer dito, kaso baka kung ano-ano lang sabihin ko in live video, no? Kung nakainom na tayo ng beer. Pero kung sasamahan nyo ako, kung inom din kayo ng beer, sige, sabihin nyo lang dyan sa stream, sa comments, sabayan ko kayo. Sige. Okay, so again, we're here to answer your questions. Siguro again, let me tell you again the story how we started this Q&A session, this live streaming session. Kasi whenever I do trainings, whenever I do webinars, syempre magdadaldal ako for like an hour or two. Ang favorite part ko palagi in the trainings that I do, regardless if it's a live, kumbaga physical event or an online event, the part that I'm really looking forward to is the Q&A. Okay, because digital marketing is really a passion of mine, and whenever somebody asks me anything about digital marketing, kasi parang may star sa mata ko, nag-glow ang eyes ko, and sobrang ganado ako whenever somebody asks me something about digital marketing. It's something that I love to talk about. Okay. So this is like my outlet. And syempre been busy doing work, digital marketing, training, managing an agency, and this is my way to really step outside of that kumbaga formal Ben, and to be just the authentic Ben, di ba? Outside of work, pero still talking about digital marketing. Okay, sige. So I'm here again to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, guys, please post them on the comment section below, since we're we're streaming live on Facebook, and we'll answer your questions. Sige. So, sige, while wala pang nagtatanong dyan, let me talk about siguro one issue that's been very hot in the past few days. I think mga started Monday or even over the weekend. Yung sobrang dumadaming mga fake accounts on Facebook. Okay? And maraming nakakakita na daming gumagawa ng account na ginagaya ko. Okay. Sigurado ba kayo ginagaya kayo? Baka pangalan nyo lang. Di ba? Pero, seriously, sobrang dumami. I mean, hindi siya hindi siya like isolated incident. We've seen several people posting on Facebook as in talagang biglang merong mga taong gumagaya ng accounts nila. Okay. And there isn't an official press release yet on why is this happening, on how is this happening. Syempre, purely speculation lang. Even me, speculation lang. Bakit nangyayari to? Is it something going on? Is it politically motivated? We don't know. Okay, we don't know. Pero it's still within our concern. Why? Kasi syempre, if somebody is impersonating us, ano yan? Malaking may malaking implication yan, especially for privacy and security. So I've been asked a few times in the past few days how to handle this situation. Number one, first question is, what do you do if you see let's say a Facebook profile impersonating you, ginagaya ka. Okay? So, syempre titingnan mo muna, number one, you have to make sure talagang ini-impersonate ka talaga, di ba? Kasi marami ako nakita na post on Facebook, kapangalan, tapos yung avatar, yung profile photo, empty. Okay? So, posible naman na somebody created that profile, okay, nakapangalan mo lang. So, ang problema dyan, kapag the profile that you saw uses the same photo, meaning photo mo, yung gamit do sa fake account na yun. So that's something that's kumbaga a point of concern. So what do? You just report that profile. There's a section there on yung Facebook profile. You click on that, yung dot. Ano ba yan? Sandali. Tingnan natin Let's go to Facebook para sigurado. And I'll share you my screen. Facebook. Makikita niyo yung Facebook account ko. Pero wala naman ako itatago sa Facebook account ko I'm very public. And kita nyo kagad yan. So let's say for example, let's go to Carlo Angelo Gonzalez. Kasi si Carlo palaging may secrets ba si Carlo? Go to Carlo Angelo Gonzalez. Carlo, by the way, is a key member of the Francia digital marketing team. And he's our social media manager and our overall production manager for digital marketing. So ayan siya, si Carlo P. Gonzalez. Wait lang, hindi pala ako nag-share ng screen, no? So later, i-share ko yung screen ko kapag nakita ko na siya, kapag lumabas na yung profile niya. Buti na lang, hindi ko pa share yung screen, no? Kasi may nakita akong picture ni Carlo Angelo Gonzalez na hindi ka, wala. Joke lang, Carlo. So shout out to the members of the Francia digital team, especially the technical team, yung mga developers namin dyan na based in Manila and based in Mindanao. Yes, we do have developers that are based in Mindanao. Mga taga-Iligan. Maayong buntag. Tama ba? Tama ba yung sinabi ko? Maayong buntag. Sorry, hindi ako Bisaya Carlo, ang bagal mag-load ng Facebook mo. Hindi naman siguro mabagal yung yung internet ko. Kasi nakapag-stream na ako Alright, sige. Okay, sige. Let me share my screen para you get to see what needs to be done if you find a profile that you need to report. So, okay, let me share my screen now. Okay, so I'm streaming right now the music of Mr. Michael Kubaria, aka Mike Freak, who is a friend of mine. Okay, so okay, sige. So need to stream another tab. Okay. Let me share another tab. Chrome. Okay. Okay. Sige, there you go. So, all you need to do if you see a profile, so in this case, this is Carlos profile. If this, for example, is the profile that is imitating you, you just need to click on this button here, and there's an option there for find support or report profile. Okay, so ganun lang simple. You just report that profile, and eventually, Facebook would review that profile and disable or even block that profile if it is indeed a fake account. Okay, so let me share again yung music natin. Okay. All right, sige. So we're back. Okay, yun. So after going back, after you've identified that this person is really impersonating you, just report that profile as long as you're sure that this person is really indeed kumbaga a poser. Ginagaya ka lang talaga. Okay. I've heard also or even seen recommendations on Facebook from other social media experts telling people na okay for you to prevent other people from let's say impersonating you, gayahin yung account mo, you set your profile on private. That actually is a sound recommendation. However, if you are running a business like me and you are, let's say, a personality, or let's say you are an influencer and you want people really to find you on Facebook, if you put your account on private, it's gonna be hard for people to find you. Actually, absolutely hindi ka na nila makikita kasi kapag ka-search ka nila and your profile is on private, hindi ka lalabas sa search results. All right? So, you really have to decide if putting your account on private is really something that's for you or hayaan mo maging public siya. I guess if you are a really private person and you don't mind if people can't find you on Facebook and you wanna limit your visibility only to those people that you really know, very close people, let's say friends, family members, or even let's say close associates, I guess it's fine for you to put your accounts on private. However, if you're using your Facebook profile to reach more people, to increase your personal brand reach, and you're essentially using Facebook for business, mahihirapan tayo if you put it on private. You stick to having your Facebook profile on public mode. However, syempre, you need to make certain privacy settings lang that would really protect your account. Okay. Somebody's messaging us. Okay. Sige, so wala. False alarm. Hindi pala question. It was a private message. Okay. Sige. Okay, so going back to Facebook profiles. Okay, sige. So here's another scenario. What if, let's say, for example, how would you protect your friends who are in the danger of being being impersonated on Facebook? Okay, kasi ganito po ang nangyayari diyan kapag merong mga nagke-create ng fake accounts on Facebook. So, say for example, there's this impersonator, um, magke-create siya ng account, gagayahin niya a certain person. Let's say for example, gagayahin niya yung account ni Ben Francia. So, since Ben's my personal account on Facebook is public, this person can see my photos, can see my profile, okay? Can even see the friends who I'm connected with. Okay? So, potentially this same person is a friend of mine din. Okay? Kasi ako, mabilis ako mag-accept ng friends eh. Because I do public trainings, and whenever somebody invites me or connects with me on Facebook, hindi naman ako masungit na hindi tayo close, hindi kita accept, okay? As long as this person is somebody that I've had some connection with, either through an event or through, let's say, a training that I did, okay? Tapos I see that we have common connections, I follow back. I accept the friend request, okay? So, syempre, there's danger to that. Pero kung maingat ka naman na katulad ko, so far, hindi pa naman ako na-impersonate. So far, hindi naman ako never ako nagkaroon ng security issues on my Facebook account. Anyways, going back. So these people who are impersonating you can be people who are already in your networks. Okay? So be very careful in accepting friend requests. So assuming this person already created an account, ginagaya na yung account ni Ben. Okay? The next thing that this person will do is to imitate Ben's profile. So how will he do that? So upload, syempre, number one, post ni Ben. Okay? Then gagayahin yung mga what do you call this? Gagayahin niya yung mga posts ni Ben. Syempre yung mga personal posts, just to show some similarities. Gagayahin essentially. Then once that's in place, what's going to happen, this same person will start adding friends ni Ben. Okay, so, syempre, let's say, yung friends ko, if they get an invitation from me, syempre, madali mag-click ng yes eh. Kasi ano bang malay nila kung, let's say, nag-create lang ako ng bagong account, which happens to a lot of people. Kasi I've seen other people, let's say, disabled their old Facebook accounts and created a new one. Okay? So if that happens, so let's say, for example, you got an invitation from a friend. Tapos alam mo itong friend na to, you've been connected already with this person on Facebook. My suggestion, you have to review that profile kasi there is a big possibility na impersonator tong na to, or fake account itong account na to na nag-a-add sa'yo. Okay? Kasi the more people he can get to be part of that fake account, the more it looks authentic. All right? So please be very careful in accepting other people's requests. Kasi the more we do that, the more we make those fake accounts look authentic. Okay. So yun, that's one tip that I would want to share. Shout out to some people who are watching right now. Sige Giancarlo, bro. Turuan mo naman ako mag-video blog and mag-video stream. Ito, veterano to when it comes to online video and YouTube. Okay, so probably I can invite you one of these days to join me online and talk about video blogging and YouTube content creation. Shout out also to Sunny Garangan, bro. Magandang gabi. Okay, there's a question here from Jonathan. Okay, so share basic security practices on Facebook. Sa Facebook merong two-step authentication. So make sure that you what do you call that? Use that authentication feature. Um, it uses your mobile phone to double authenticate your credentials. Um, other practices. Okay, sige. Here's one thing. There are filters that you can use to manage your privacy. So there's a feature on Facebook called friend list. So in etong friend list na to, you can create custom lists for your friends, and or you can organize um, kumbaga, your friends according to certain lists. So meaning you can organize family members into a certain list. You can organize, let's say, classmates from college, classmates from high school, even classmates all the way from grade school into their own individual lists. You can put a separate Facebook friend list for, let's say, clients, customers, business associates, or purely just acquaintances. So with that, whenever you post something on Facebook, you can use those lists as filters para pwede mo specify kung kanino mo lang ipapakita yung post na yon. In the same way, you can use those lists as filters and specify kanino mo hindi papakita. Meron kang exclusion list. All right? So that's one tip. All right. So we've been talking about Facebook na. Mas maganda kung shift topic na tayo. Pero wala pang ibang questions. Okay, shout out to the guys from Sterling Bank of Asia, Raymart, Marbella, Mark Anthony De Leon. Thank you for watching. Magandang gabi. Okay. All right. Sige. Let me pull up some I prepared actually a few questions here that have been asked to me several times in some of my trainings. Let me share those and we just pull up those questions. Okay. Nandito na pala, naka-open na pala siya. Okay, sige. So sobrang informal, no? Hindi naman sa walang preparasyon, pero naninibago pa lang tayo kasi this is just our second time. Not giving any excuses, pero maganda with live content you're excused to make mistakes. Okay, so there's another question from Martin De Los Reyes. So about friends lists. So hey Martin, thanks for the question. Will your contacts see how they categorize or how they are categorized or listed? No, they won't see that. The friend list is a private feature on Facebook that only you can see. So hindi nila alam if they've been categorized or organized according to your personal list unless you tell them. Okay, pero no, they won't see it. That's private. Thanks for that question, Martin. Okay. All right. Sige, there's another question here. Let me pull it up. Okay. Sige. Let me answer one more question that I've been tinanong din sa akin kanina during the live Q&A. So ang question niya was, kailangan pa ba talaga ng website up till now? So kasi 'di ba, syempre there's COVID, nagtitipid ng mga tao, especially businesses. Kailangan pa ba talaga ng businesses to put up their own websites? So what's my take on that? I strongly would say that yes, you will need a website for your business. Having just a Facebook page is not enough. Okay? Naiiwan lang sila doon. Okay? Last week I've been talking about people's motivation whenever they are on Facebook. You guys, when you are spending time on Facebook, you're not in the motivation to buy. So hindi yun ang primary motivation mo to buy anything on Facebook. No. You are on Facebook, number one, syempre, to post your personal updates, what's been happening in your life. You're on Facebook to watch other people's videos, to read other people's posts, to reconnect, okay? To consume content and to learn, di ba? I'm sure yung iba sa inyo na nakikinig right now and watching me here answer people's questions. You're watching here hindi dahil sa artista ko, hindi naman ako artista. Pero kaya kayo nakikinig right now kasi you're hoping that you'll learn from my expert opinion about digital marketing. All right? So those are your motivation. Hindi kayo nandito para bumili. Okay? So that's why conversion rates when you do business within Facebook is significantly low. Kasi ang baba ng ang baba ng motivation for people to purchase. Parang yung para tong party. Okay? Imagine yourselves in a party. Hindi ko alam kung nakwento ko na to analogy na to last week, pero I always use this analogy. So pardon me kung nakalimutan ko na. Anyway, kakwento ko pa rin kasi marami naman siguro dyan nanonood na hindi na wala last week. Kasi hindi ko rin sigurado kung kunento ko last week. Anyway, so imagine yourself that you are in a party. So, in a party, syempre, happy-happy, kwento-kwento, people who are attending, let's say, family members, friends, posible may colleagues, but only the really close ones. Okay? Parties are, are, in a way, kumbaga close, private, intimate, social gatherings. Okay? And, the motivation for that party is to really, alam mo yun, to socialize with the relationships. So, if you were in that party, how would you feel if all of a sudden, there's this one guest in that party started to go around and started selling, let's say, yung bit-bit niya na produkto. Let's say, for example, I don't know, a whitening product or say, a weight loss product, papayat ka dito pag binili mo. So, iniisa-isa niya lahat ng guests at nagbebenta. Diba? How would you feel? Especially if you are the person who is hosting that party. Diba? Sobrang off, nakakahiya sa mga guests na in-invite mo. And also, you would even have this feeling na parang palabasin mo tong guest na to, kausapin mo, what you're doing is wrong. Okay? So, if you post too much kumbaga commercial products, if you start selling within Facebook, para kang ganun, you're like this guest in the party na ang ginagawa lang nagbebenta sa mga guests ng party, maski na ang mood, ang tema nung party is really to socialize. Nobody will buy from you. Okay? If meron man, sobrang konti. Okay? So without a website, you don't have, let's say, a place where you can redirect traffic kung saan you can sell them these products or sell them or start talking about business. Facebook is a way for you or is a platform for you to build relationships and eventually redirect them to a website where you can talk business. So that's one advantage of having a website in addition to having a Facebook page. In addition to that, your website is your that's your headquarters in the internet. And parang it's really a seal of legitimacy. So if you are a business, you need to earn people's trust. Okay, na legit ka. Na mapagkaatiwalaan ka. And kung yung website mo tinitipid mo, you're not, if people see that you don't have a website during these times, parang you don't look legit. Okay? Judgment man, pero that's the way things are. Okay? And if your competitors would have a website, they look more legit than you. Okay? So, guys, kasi kung hindi ka, if you won't spend resources in putting up your website, if you don't, let's say, treat um, a website seriously, parang you're not treating your business seriously as well, other people won't treat you the same, or other people won't treat you seriously as well. So those are my points about the need for people to have a website. So okay, may additional questions? Yes, kahit di kami expert, marami kami natutunan. Okay, sige. Thank you so much. Shout out to Mark Chu. Hi there. Okay. All right, check na natin kung may additional questions pa. So, total running time, we're 35 minutes through the stream. Na target natin matapos tayo in an hour's time. Okay. So guys, if there are people there who would want to ask questions, anything about digital marketing, basta about digital marketing, I'm very open to answer your questions. And kung hindi ko man masagot, sorry po kung hindi ko masagot, kasi I won't pretend that I know everything about digital marketing. Digital marketing is a very dynamic, ever-changing, kumbaga, discipline. Technology changes so fast. Search engine, for example, pa lang, like every day Google publishes new updates in its algorithm. So those things change really fast. So I won't pretend that I know everything. So if nangyari na may tinanong kayo na I honestly can't answer, I'll take note of it, pag-aaralan ko, and I'll be back to answer those questions. Another reason then why I love doing these Q&A sessions is whenever people ask me questions, hindi lang sa I'm able to help people because I answer their questions. Because whenever people ask me questions, I also have this learning experience as well. Like whenever you ask me something na hindi ko talaga alam, obviously that's an opportunity for me to learn something new. But at the same time, whenever I teach the digital marketing, and whenever I ask or answer questions about digital marketing, my personal understanding on that topic, kumbaga, lalong lumalalim eh. Kaya sabi nila, if you wanna be an expert in something, if you wanna deepen your wisdom, your learning about a certain topic, start sharing about it, start writing about it, and start teaching it to other people. Okay, so there are additional questions from Mac Chu. Marketing online class po, any thoughts po? Okay, sige. So marketing online class po, any thoughts po? So I'll make assumptions na naintindihan ko yung question mo. So I think you are asking about online marketing courses, online marketing classes. So what are my thoughts for online marketing classes? Online courses, regardless if it's about marketing, about digital marketing, or any other topic, is a huge opportunity for everyone to learn. Okay, pero it's a totally different mode of delivering, kumbaga, learning materials eh. It takes some time to really adjust to it. But I would say it's a very good and effective way to deliver or to teach from my end as a trainer and as a facilitator. And I've experienced also consuming online training content. So I would say it's very effective. Is it worth your investment? Well, that's a subjective question kasi it depends if the materials are really good, the facilitator is really kumbaga well versed in that particular topic, and if the platform that they're using is something that's very interactive. Kasi what's important in online courses, kailangan meron pa ring interaction. Okay? So if you are looking for an online course for any topic, most of the time, these courses provide, let's say, um, premium content in form of videos and downloadables. Okay, so you can check out. There are a lot of websites out there that are selling online courses. Udemy, for example, Udemy matagal na ang Udemy, and it has a lot of content published in or training courses in its platform. And marami naman maganda, marami maayos, and marami rin naman hindi kagandahan. Pero I guess ang disadvantage with Udemy is there isn't really any interaction with with the trainer. So when you purchase the course, you just get instant access to all the training videos. So yung iba sobrang dami, iba sobrang onti naman. So I've personally purchased training videos from Udemy. Training videos that I allow my team to consume. Syempre, it's part of our capability and kumbaga capability building and trainings for the internal team. So ayun nga, puro videos lang siya and puro downloadables. It might work for some people, but for others need something more personal, something more interactive. So that's why in the online training courses that I do for digital marketing, it's a combination of live videos, recorded videos. You have handouts, templates, assignments that you need to work on, and at the same time, there's live Q&A sessions and consultation sessions with me. And on top of that, I also do one-on-one consultations with my students who are enrolled in my digital marketing program. So that's how I do it, and I feel what I'm doing is really effective, and I'm continually improving it over time through feedback that I get from my students. Okay, so may ibang question si Mac. So parang mali yata yung question na sinagot ko. Okay, so question from Mac is how to market online live class. Okay, so well, in my case, the way I market my classes is well, one of the tactics that I do is I provide webinars. Okay, so through the webinars, these are for free. Okay, and I make sure that the webinars that I provide, that I deliver, are high value. Okay, so paanong high value? Premium siya to a point na it's something that you would actually pay for. Kailangan ganong high value. So para once let's say you've gathered, let's say, people's interest already, it's easy for you to cross-sell your other courses or your other products. This is actually applicable not just for selling online classes. So from those free webinars, pwede mo na i-cross-sell your other trainings, your other programs, or your other products. Just make sure that the topic that you talk about in the webinars are highly relevant to the course or the product or the service that you are selling. Okay. So parang ang kasi doon, ang logic doon, if they attended the free webinar and the webinar is really high value, it's something that they're really, really willing to pay for. How much more if they pay for a course na premium, di ba? So parang lumalabas, mas mataas ang quality niya. Okay, so you're setting that kind of expectation. All right, so I hope I was able to answer your question. That's Mac Chu. Thank you so much, sabi ni Mac. So you're welcome. Thank you Ren for asking that question. Okay, sige, let me again browse through the questions here. Baka I missed anything. Okay, there's a question here from Jonathan. Best website for making an app. Okay, so I've seen a lot of websites that provide parang app builder siya na service. And honestly, I haven't used one, and nothing in my mind really pops up because I don't know, medyo selective kasi ako, and I guess that's something that I'm really not considering in, you know, doing or even suggesting to my to my clients, kasi it's best pa rin kung kung built from ground up. I may be wrong, pero if you have other opinions, let me know. Pero yun nga, I would recommend those app builders. So might as well hire a professional app developer to build your mobile app. You can check out Fiverr. So fiverr.com. Fiverr.com is a website, a marketplace for online freelancers. You can find so many app developers there who can develop your app for a really affordable and kumbaga cost effective rate. So check that out, fiverr.com. So you'll be working directly with developers there. Marami ding Pinoy doon, pero this is an international site. So depending on let's say you post an ad or a job, let's say you need an app, these are the specs, okay, ito yung mga functionalities that we need, okay, so send me a quote. So everybody who's in there na app developer, if they feel that they can deliver the software that you want to build, they can send you a quote, okay, tapos pwede ka na mamili. You can, syempre, you do your own due diligence, research mo if these developers are legit, okay? If let's say tingnan mo yung track record niya in Fiverr, okay? And syempre bottom line, if the rates are good, if it's affordable. So check that out, fiverr.com. In fact, Fiverr is something that you can use not just for outsourcing your app development. No, marami din dyan, let's say graphic designers, search engine optimization professionals, social media managers, people who can create graphics or videos for your content in your social media platform. So, marami kang pwedeng pagawa dyan. So, this is an outsourcing platform really for freelancers. So, check that out, fiverr.com. Okay, so there's another question from Danny Wong. Okay, so Danny Wong posted a question on YouTube. Are those earlier social media sites still effective, such as Pinterest? Okay. Yes and no. Yes, it depends on what exactly do you intend to achieve. Kasi different social media networks, iba-iba yung audiences niyan eh. And iba-iba yung motivation ng tao why they are there. So I guess if you can be more specific, like to what business, Pinterest, for example, let's use Pinterest as an example. You have to be clear first who your target audience is. Okay, and if they're the kind of people who normally would hang out on Pinterest, Pinterest might be a platform for you. Okay. Let's select, let's say you're in a business selling, let's say, technology. Let's say you're selling microphones. Okay. Is Pinterest a platform for you? Pwedeng hindi, pero most likely not. Kasi tingnan mo muna if there are content on Pinterest that's related to microphones, relevant to microphones. Halos wala akong nakikita. Okay. Marami doon, let's say if you're in the business related to fashion, beauty, okay, any product that needs kumbaga mas visual, Pinterest might be a platform for you. Pero yes, it is still effective, but depending on the industry, depending on the business. So ang rule of thumb doon, if you feel your audience would hang out on those places, so those social media places, maski gaano kaluma siya, maski gaano ka, let's say, hindi ganun ka popular, as long as you have let's say an audience there, that's still worth considering as a place to market to. All right, sige, thank you so much for that question, Danny. So there's another question from Marjorie. Okay, so question goes, um, what can you say about Google Ads? Is it a safe platform for marketing ads? Yes, definitely. Okay, I I'm a strong believer of the effectivity of Google Ads. Dali lang. Daldal ko at medyo nagdo-dry na pala yung throat ko kaya parang makati na. Okay. Excuse me. So, back to the question. My take on Google Ads, it's something it's something really worth your while. Um People's behavior online in most cases really starts with search. Search is an integral component in people's behavior online whenever they go online. So, alam nyo ba what's the highly searched keyword in Google Philippines? Okay, any wild guess? Sige, post nyo dyan sa chat box. You know what? What's the ang pinakamataas na ang search volume? Facebook. Why? Kasi yung behavior ng tao, rather than typing the keyword or the address facebook.com in the address bar, what people normally do, they go to Google, they type in Facebook, then they click the search result. Okay? Kaya everybody goes to Google. Probably the most used, the most popular place in the internet other than Facebook here in the Philippines is Google. The highly used feature on Facebook is the search bar. So it's integral in people's behavior online. So I guess ang point ko, since everybody is doing search, it's part of your customer's journey. Kaya you need to be there. Okay? So, when you use Google Ads, it's essentially just telling Google that, hey, if somebody Googles these keywords, show up my website in the search results. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple si Google Ads. And whenever you do that, you bid for those certain keywords. And you don't pay Google right away to show up. You only pay Google if somebody clicks on your search ads. So that's Google Ads for search. There's another component of Google Ads, which is your display ads. These are the banner ads that you see in other websites. So yes, I would highly recommend Google Ads, and it's not really that complicated. Kailangan ng tiyaga lang at pag-aralan mo. What's good about, excuse me. Ayan, sige. Kanina pa kasi daldal kanina pa umaga. So, ang daming training materials ang Google Ads. Google even provides free certification training for Google Ads. So, check out Google Ads Academy. They have tons of video there. You can jumpstart your online advertising campaigns without hiring an agency. Run it yourselves. Trial and error. You'll learn it. Pero you won't learn it by just reading. You have to try it out. And ito isang tip. If you are new to Google Ads and you just created a new account, they normally give out free ad credits. If I'm not mistaken, about 2,000 pesos para ma-try out mo yung Google Ads. So, create a new account now. Try it out, and I'm sure you'll receive an email with that coupon to use Google Ads for a certain credit. Okay, sige. So I hope I answered your question. So shout out to Carmen. Hi, good evening. Good evening po. Magandang gabi. Okay, sige. There's another question here from Mark Anthony De Leon. Sige, this is a very interesting question. Hi, Mark. So how to circumvent FB rules when selling certain legal items. Okay. I've been posting selling seafoods on Facebook Marketplace, but my listings were being flagged against FB selling rules. Selling of animals. Okay. So those are things that you can that you can post for reconsideration. I guess it depends on how you crafted your ad or how you crafted your message. Kasi um are these frozen seafood? Okay, so lagay natin doon frozen seafood. Don't say fish. Okay? We've been running ads for an e-commerce site, okay, for the past couple of weeks, and they're pretty much selling the same thing. That website that we're helping right now, they're selling dressed chicken, frozen fish, fresh, hindi naman fresh fish, but kumbaga, tilapia, bangus, salmon, walang tuna pala, salmon, shrimps. So, I think the kind of products that you're selling and you're posting on Facebook, marketplace are the same. So, why is it yung yung posts mo are getting banned by Google, by Facebook rather, than those products that we are promoting? Hindi. So there's a big chance that there's something wrong with the messaging, with the copy. So my suggestion, please review the ad guidelines, the ad policies of Facebook, and it's public naman. Let me see if I can later I'll post the link to the guidelines in the chat, and I can even private message you if you want. Read through it and review the copy, yung text sa sa listing mo. So there might be certain words there that that triggers a red flag do sa reviewers si Facebook. Yeah, so make sure lang that the products that you're selling are legal. Okay, sige. Okay, so I hope I was able to answer your question, Mark. So time check is it's 7:52. If we still have questions, we can extend. However, kung wala na, we'll end at exactly 8 o'clock. Okay, let me just review the listing here. How do I know the audience for a social? I think there's a follow-up question from Danny Wong regarding sa sa question niya about Pinterest. So Danny, your question goes, how do I know the audience for a social site? Is there any study or publication on that? Yeah, there are actually. There are authority sites who publish, let's say, insights on what yung audience of those particular sites. Pero others are others can be based on assumptions and common sense. So say for example, you can do content matching . So again, ang example ko kanina, if you're selling fish, or yung negosyo ni Mark earlier, if you're selling fish, and if you see people who are posting there na posting something or content that can be in a way related to fish, frozen fish, syempre as food. If you see people posting, let's say for example, recipes. Okay, so anything related to culinary, most likely you have an audience there. So yeah, what I would suggest, kasi these are just kumbaga assumptions, suggestions. What's good about the internet, it's very forgiving and you can try it out. So my suggestion, try it out. Mag-post ka something in there. It really won't cost you anything naman . If I'm sure you already have existing content on Facebook, why don't you post the content, the graphics that you have on Facebook, post it on on Pinterest and see if you're getting any traction, if you're getting any engagement. In addition, another thing that you can do just to validate if there's an audience for you there, check out if there are similar companies, similar businesses, and similar brands in your industry in Pinterest or in whatever social media network that is. If meron, and if you see, let's say, people are following them, they have a good amount of content, and people are actually engaging with their content. So there's a big chance na may audience talaga. So try it out. Sige. Okay, so thank you, Danny, for that follow-up question. So there's a follow-up question. So thank you daw, sabi ni Marjorie. You're welcome, Marjorie. So time check, it's 7:55. We still have 5 more minutes in the stream, and we're still answering questions. Okay, sige. So, since wala pang additional questions, one thing that I would want to say din sana is that up till now, we still don't know what to call this this online show. Nagkukwentuhan kami ni Carlo earlier, our digital marketing manager. Sabi ko, ano ba yung title natin dito sa online streaming natin? Kasi up till now, it's still Digital Marketing Q&A Jam. Ang haba, ang hirap tandaan. Hindi kami makaisip ng title. So, guys, everybody's watching right now. Okay, everybody is watching right now. If you have a suggested name for this weekly Q&A digital marketing show that's streamed every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. on Facebook and in YouTube, let us know kung meron kayong suggestions on the name. Just post it in the comment section below, okay? And if there's one title there that really catches our attention, my attention, and we decided to use the title that you suggested, you get something for free. Yan. You get a free website. Okay, we'll build your website for free. And how much would that website cost? 50,000 pesos. Plus after that, after we build the website, you get free consultation sessions from me to help you jumpstart your online business. So how's that for an offer? Okay ba? Sige. Sana meron kumagat. Okay. Pero kung wala, okay din lang. Pero I'm just engaging you guys. If you have suggestions on the name for this show, just post it in the comment section below. So the show title that we're looking for, syempre, is something unique, something a bit, kumbaga, light, hip, okay? Something related to digital, of course. Okay? So just post them in the comment section below, and we'll review them later. So last question from Nesh. Okay, so hi Nesh. How to determine if the digital agency is worth booking? Okay, so syempre you have to do your due diligence. Check out their website. It depends on the kind of service that they're offering and you wanna hire them for. Let's say, for example, if they're a digital marketing agency and they're you wanna engage them for search engine optimization, check out first if their website is ranking in the search results. Diba? They need to walk their talk. If you want to get them for social media marketing, check out their company social media accounts. If they're practicing what they're preaching. That's number 1. Number 2, ask for references. It's not enough for them to present to you their company credentials. Kasi syempre, marketers or digital marketing agencies are marketers. These are storytellers. Magaling magbenta yung mga yan. So, they can really craft a really good presentation to make their credentials really look good. So my suggestion, after they present their credentials, after they present their sample work, ask for references. When you say references, the names of the people that they worked with. And talk to these people, 'di ba? Personally, call them, ask them to join you on Zoom para you can gather let's say first-hand information from the people that they've worked with. So I guess doon pala makikita mo na sino yung mga legit and sino yung mga agencies that's really worth working with. Pero don't worry, marami namang magagaling dyan. Okay? Marami. Okay? I don't wanna mga name drop agencies, but there are a lot of really good agencies here in the Philippines. So make sure that when you're in the market for digital marketing agencies, meron kang list of, let's say, you don't just talk to one. You talk to several. Para meron kang point of comparison. Okay, so Nesh, thank you so much for that question. I hope I was able to answer it. Sige. So, there's a title suggestion from Tina Siguenza. Hi, Tina. Si Tina, palagi nga nanonood sa atin. Been there, done that. Okay. I like that title. Pero sige, tingnan natin. Mukhang may been there, done that. I've been there. Okay, sige. I'll flash your title. Sige. Ang galing, doon. Sobrang witty to ni Tina. Thank you, Tina, for the suggestion. And pag-isipan natin, tingnan natin, baka meron pang other suggestions. Pero initially, natawa ako, no? And ang ganda ang ganda na recall. Okay. Oh, si Cecil. Cecil's watching. Hello! Pinsan ko yan. Hi, Cecil. Okay. Any other questions? Wala na. Okay, sige. I think we exceeded last week's number of viewers. So thank you so much for watching. We'll do this again. If you have any suggestions, comments, just or feedback, post them in the comment section below, and we'll sure to review them and consider them in the succeeding episodes of this live show. And thank you so much for your questions. I learned a lot. If you learned from me, I would say that I learned more in this session compared to the other training sessions that I did. And I had fun. I hope you had fun too. So thank you so much. Bye. Good night.